Welcome to Super Elite Entertainment. This show is brought to you by Perez Tire Center, located at 72 Knowlton Street in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Aces Bail Bond, Yasmin Khan, quick response 24/7, easy payment 203-257-6228. Ramirez Spanish Restaurant, specializing in seafood y churrasco. Spark City Smoke and Vape Shop, located at 815 Lafayette Boulevard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Evolution Sports Bar and Cafe, located at 1279 North Avenue in Bridgeport. Miranda & Sons Automotive, specializing in brakes, electrical system, diagnostic check, full general auto repairs. Contact Louis Miranda at Miranda & Sons. Bridgeport Auto Glass, 1227 Barnum Avenue in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Visit www.bridgeportautoglassshop.com. And finally, Moran Insurance Agencies, protecting your future. Call 203-864-6232 or visit www.moraninsuranceenagencies.com. What's up, you guys? Welcome to Live with Jason Rodriguez. I hope you guys are having a blast out there tonight, man. As you know, we do this each and every Tuesday night it's no longer at 7 o'clock. Yep, as you can see right now, you guys, it's 8 p.m. each and every Tuesday nights now. We come to you live from our studio, which is located right here in downtown Bridgeport. Really excited tonight because I have no other than Mr. Dan Starbuck Pelletier, who's a part of what's called DIG USA. He's going to be here on the hot seat with me tonight. As you can see also, I have a different setup. Yes, I don't have my regular setup with the leather white seats. We decided to change it up a little bit. To, to trick you guys. All right, we're trying to keep this thing going. But hey, listen, I want to welcome you guys into the show tonight. If you're watching, I'm going to kindly ask you to please click that share button and share this live broadcast into your timeline. I want to give a big shout out really quick before we move on into the show. To all you essential workers that are out there working right now on our behalf, especially during COVID-19, during this great pandemic, you guys have been out there working extremely hard in order for us to be able to have the essentials that we need. I want to also welcome each and every one of you that's listening to us on our podcast, whether you're listening on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Republic Radio, Google Podcasts. Welcome to the show tonight. Again, you guys, I'm the host of the show. My name is Jason Rodriguez. If this is your first time tuning in, if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to the show. If you're watching on Facebook and Periscope and on our website at www.supereliteentertainment.com, welcome to the show as well. I'm looking to have a good time tonight. I have Mr. Dan Starbuck Pelletier here in the studio, and the hot seat is always hot. Dan came here, stirred up, and he's ready, man, to just open up the book and break it all down to us in detail on what we can expect to come in the near future right here in the city of Bridgeport. There's a lot of people in the city of Bridgeport that claim to be involved in the community. They make a lot of claims that they're making changes and they're out there involved in all the different activities to create change in our community. But the individual I have here tonight, he's legit, man. I mean, he is out there working extremely hard for you, the people of the community, for you guys in the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut, and for your children. But Dan is going to explain all that to you guys momentarily when we come back from this commercial break. So if you haven't shared this live broadcast into your timeline, do so right now. We'll be right back momentarily, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Are you in good hands? In the Moran Insurance Agency, we are here to protect your future.
Come on, guys, join me. Let me show you around. It's all about protecting what's important to you. The Moran agencies are here to protect your future. We are here to build a wall of protection around you and your family.
From your auto and life with retirement, the Moran Insurance Agency has you back. To protect your family from mayhem, please visit us at Moran Insurance Agencies, sportsmedicine.com.
Or give us a call at 203-864-6232.
All right, you guys, and welcome back to Live with Jason Rodriguez. Again, I am broadcasting from the Super Elite Entertainment Studio, which is located here in downtown Bridgeport. Yes, we have a real life studio right here in downtown Bridgeport, across the street from the Murphy's Law and the Bijou Theater. I tell you guys each and every week, every time I come on here live, if you ever want to come down and take a tour of our little facility, I'll be more than happy to have you come down here so you can check it out and see how it all works and operates here in the background. But again, if you haven't shared this broadcast into your timeline, please do so, you guys. Without your shares, without your likes and your comments, we will not be able to do what we do on a weekly basis. If you know someone that should be featured on our show, someone influential in the community, just like Dan Starbuck Pelletier, go onto our website, reach out to me, send me their information, and in turn, I guarantee you, I will reach back out to that person and I will get them here into our studio to feature them on our hot seat. So what I want to do right now is I just want to show you a quick brief video of Dan Pelletier and who he is and what he's all about. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back from the completion of this video with Dan Starbuck Pelletier. Don't go anywhere. All right, you guys, and welcome back to Live with Jason Rodriguez. Really quick, I want to read a quick introduction of who Dan Pelletier is. Dan Pelletier is a coach who was born in Wilton, Connecticut and moved to Louisville when he was 9 years old. Coach Dan completed in-state and national chess competitions along with playing soccer for top premier clubs in Louisville area. After high school, Coach Dan was recruited to the University of Montevallo in Alabama, where he played 4 years of college soccer. He also founded the University of Montevallo's Chess Club, which still competes today. During this time, Coach Dan began teaching individual chess and soccer lessons. In 2013, he founded what's called DIG Incorporated, DIG Incorporated. He has helped many players improve their fundamentals, fitness, and attitude. Coach Dan is a fully licensed soccer coach, having earned the NSCAA Premier Diploma. Additionally, he earned a master's degree from Gabelli School of Business, Fordham University in New York City, and Dan currently is the general manager for Bridgeport United Football Club, which is right here in the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. So, without further ado, I want to present to you guys, my viewing audience, my friends, and my followers, no other than Mr. Dan Pelletier Starbuck here in the studio with me tonight. How you doing, Dan?
Great. That was an incredible introduction. We've got a great show here. I mean, the facility is phenomenal, and as a entrepreneur myself, I'm inspired by it.
Thank you very much, Dan. I truly appreciate that, and I truly appreciate the fact that you were willing to come down to the studio tonight. You know, we've been going back and forth for quite some time. We finally made it happen. I'm a fan of yours. I'm going to tell you right now, right off the rip. I am a big fan of yours, especially with all the research that I've done on you in the past, 2 weeks, trying to get an understanding of who Dan Pelletier is and get an understanding of what it is that you do. Mm-hmm. You have great things happening statewide, but most importantly, right here in Bridgeport, Connecticut, which is my city, where I was born and raised, my city where I grew up at. And I love the fact that you're involved in the community. A lot of people say they're involved in the community, but I question that. After I started doing some research on you, you're legit involved in the community. You're changing the lives of young people of all different ages. Besides Bridgeport United football club that you have here in the city, let's talk about DIG really quick. DIG Incorporated. I know you were you play soccer yourself, 4 years, college. Could have gone pro, and I'm sure you're going to explain that to the viewing audience tonight. But you know what? You took your skills of playing chess, playing soccer, said I'm going back home and I'm going to offer everything I have to the community, and that's what it's all about. Talk about DIG. Let's start there.
Well, I didn't grow up in Bridgeport, but for some reason it's drawn me in for the past 7 or 8 years, and I consider it my calling at this point. So it gives me a lot of purpose in life, what I do in Bridgeport. And so each kid that we help here, whether it's through soccer or chess or helping them get into a private school or helping them find a home, it's each one of those is me reaching and completing that calling. So, I mean, I know you grew up here, but I consider this home too now.
That's awesome, and I'm glad that you consider this home, because the city of Bridgeport, especially during these times right now, need an individual like yourself. And I'm going to be, honest. I look at you, you're a young gentleman, clean cut, have so much going on in your life. Truth be told, you don't have to be doing what you're doing. You don't have to be involved in the community, but you have a giving heart. You have a passion for the city and for young people. And, that's what you're all about. You love teaching chess at a ultimate level. You're not just playing any type of chess. You're playing chess at a high level. So I just wonder, I'm like, okay, he plays chess. You're passionate about history as well. And also you're passionate about soccer. And these are the three main core things that you offer the children of our community. So let's start with soccer.
Yep.
Where did that passion come from?
Well, soccer has always been something involved in my life from a very young age. When I was 5 years old in Wilton, and I was good at it, so I just found it fun because I was good at it. It fits my body style, and chess was something that I picked up when I moved to Kentucky. The school that I went to was a big chess school, and then history has just been something that I enjoy to read about all the time in my spare time. But people ask me why I do this stuff, and they think very highly of me, but they have to understand that I have the same. I suffer from doubt. I suffer from guilt. I suffer from all these different things. But what gets me through in life is the feeling I get when I help not just kids that from Bridgeport, anybody. It just, I don't know what it is for me, but it just it makes me feel good. So it helps to counter those feelings of maybe I didn't do the greatest job or something, or I could have handled a relationship differently. So it kind of counters that. So it's almost like I'm doing it for myself. And
that's awesome. And as we were talking before we started the show, I was asking you, do you have any kids? You have no kids.
I know.
But truth be told, you have a few thousand kids.
Yeah.
Because you deal with them on a daily basis. I was on your Zoom meeting that you had the other day. Chess training. There was a lot of kids on there, man.
Yeah.
They were all locked in. They were paying attention. You were giving instructions. There was another coach on there giving instructions on all the different moves. Me personally, I don't play chess. I don't know much about it. You might have to teach me a few things, man.
Yeah.
I just say.
Well, that class, that's one of the biggest projects we've ever done in Bridgeport. I've become close with the superintendent of Bridgeport, Mr. Testani.
Yes.
And I wanted to teach more kids chess in Bridgeport. I've been doing it for about 7 years, going to the libraries, the North Branch Library, the main branch, East Branch, and I just set up my board and offer people chess education for free, and just trying to spread the word. And we've found some great players in Bridgeport and developed them. But, with COVID and Queen's Gambit, I thought there was maybe an opportunity this winter to reach a lot of Bridgeport kids. And Mr. Testani sent out an email to all the kids in Bridgeport. And we got around 200 kids signed up from Bridgeport.
Wow.
And we're teaching them 3 times a week. Tuesday nights is high school kids. Wednesday nights is afternoons is K through 4, and then Fridays is 5 through 8. I got a grandmaster from Connecticut, one of the best chess players ever from Connecticut, who I'm friends with, to donate some money, some other people, so I can pay my coaches so they're zoned in, they're doing the admin, they're preparing the lessons, and then we got a lot of our students that we've trained for years that are in high school age or even younger to be assistant coaches. And so our professional coach starts the lesson with, let's say, 60 kids on the Zoom call, 70 maybe, and teaches for about 15 minutes like you saw.
Yep.
And then we break them into groups in the Zoom call with an assistant coach to review what they just learned in a small format where they can ask questions and engage, and then we have them play each other on chess.com.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it's all free for the kids in Bridgeport. And ultimately, over the next 3 months, I hope these kids become confident in their chess skills enough to go to a tournament.
And that was the next question I was going to ask you. What's the ultimate goal here? To prepare them for high-level competition?
Yes. So we host tournaments. My company is a official United States Chess Federation affiliate, but we also go to tournaments, continental chess tournaments and other tournaments. And so I want to take these kids and then take them to these tournaments and have them get a chess rating, which you carry for the rest of your life. I've had a chess rating since I was 11 years old, and then have them become actual chess players. Not just doing some extracurricular activity.
Yeah.
And then ultimate goal is to turn Bridgeport into a chess city. A city that when you walk around, you see stone tables with chess sets on them. You hear about a great chess player that came from Bridgeport and he's doing big things at some tournament in some other country. These are goals that I know we can reach 100%. I mean, it's an attractive game. It's great for people's minds. I think that with the right energy and the right organization, we can do it, and we have the kids now. So now it's just a matter of developing them.
Absolutely. And you know what I wanted to do is, I'm just going to take a quick break, but instead of showing a commercial, I want to show a video that I had uploaded from one of your sites, if it's okay to show.
Yeah.
I love the video. I don't know who created, filmed, edited the video, but I think they did an outstanding job, and it gives a clear scope of exactly what it is that DIG is all about here in the city of Bridgeport. All right, so I'm going to play this video for you guys. Don't go anywhere. Again, if you watch it right now and you haven't shared this live broadcast into your timeline, please do so, guys. I have Mr. Dan Starbuck Pelletier here from DIG USA, and also from Bridgeport United Football Club, which is also here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And you know what? Really quick, I want to show you guys. I want to thank Dan really quick. Let me bring you back onto the picture, Dan, before I show that video. I want to thank you for this amazing gift that you gave me. Check this out, guys. All right, beautiful. Let me just change the camera angle so you guys can see it. Look at this beautiful jersey that was given to me as a gift today. All right, by Dan. Let me just go back to this camera. So right there in that logo, tell us about it, Dan. Tell us about that logo.
So that's the logo for Bridgeport United Football Club, and in the center of the logo is the monument from Seaside Park, one of my favorite parks, probably my favorite park. I go running there every Sunday morning and with some friends, and across the top of the monument on the logo is a seagull, because that's what you see it at Seaside Park. And then it's got 3 stars underneath it, and then it's got 2019 because that's when we started it. So there's a lot of thought that went behind that logo. And then you see our sponsors, Cannondale Generators out of Wilton, Connecticut.
Oh yeah, Tavern 7 on 7
in Norwalk, DIG, my company, FM Soccer Talk on the other sleeve out of Shelton, a good podcast, Sal's Auto Shop out of Norwalk. But they're all very important to us. Amen, the website design company. But you see the big one, Cannondale Generators out of Wilton, Generator Company. They provide generators for your house, your business, and they're phenomenal.
Dan, are these available?
Yes, you can. If you go to our website, bportutd.com, you'll see like our players and our standings. Right now we're ranked 2nd in our league that we play in, and you can also see shop, and you can purchase not only that jersey, you could purchase our training top, pants, winter gear, a lot of different types of things, and they can send it right to your house.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for this beautiful gift. I truly appreciate it, and you better believe I'm gonna rock this baby hard, hardcore. All right, all right, you guys. So don't go anywhere. I'm gonna drop this video real quick. It's gonna give you a clear introduction of what it is that DIGUSA.com offers here in the city of Bridgeport. Right, DIGUSA.com.
Team DIG USA.
TeamDigUSA.com. So check them out. Go onto their website, and all the information is on there. But check this video out, you guys. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back momentarily.
I had fun playing soccer in inspired me to see if I could go in national leagues when I grow up.
You know, today was a great day for the city of Bridgeport and our athletic programs. A lot of times we lack resources in Bridgeport, but we definitely have the desire to get out there and to build these programs and for Dig to come in and help us to be a part of that and really, you know, elevate soccer in Bridgeport. It's a great opportunity for all involved, and I'm just thankful that you know, we were able to come together on this, and I'm looking forward to keeping this going.
I grew up in this area and was fortunate enough to be able to grow up playing soccer since I was like 4 years old and get great coaching. But a lot of the kids today, they're not on any organized team and don't really get great soccer coaching, so this is just a great opportunity to give back.
This is going to keep going. All right, this is not just a one-time thing. All these coaches out here are going to be out here in Bridgeport and any other towns that need it. We're going to give them good coaching. I'm Dan Pelletier. I'm one of the coaches at Dig 1 for 1 Soccer. This program is doing a lot for kids in Bridgeport, plans to do a lot for a lot of kids elsewhere. Every time that we have a player come to one of our events and pays for it, a kid in another area will get it for free. And we're doing that successfully with a lot of kids, and it's inspiring.
All right, you guys, and welcome back to Live with Jason Rodriguez. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Amazing footage of what it is that TeamDigUSA.com offers here in the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. And Dan, awesome video, man. I love the work that you guys are doing here in the city.
Thank you.
You know, there's not too many people that's taking those efforts to do what you're doing. You've brought soccer to the city. You have brought chess and history. I mean, 3 important factors, 3 great things that are changing lives. So, I mean, tell us about it a little bit more.
Yeah, so, you know, the soccer, that video, it's funny that some of those kids are now going to college. You know, that was 7 years ago, you know, and we've come so far. I mean, there wasn't that many kids at that clinic. I mean, I know it looked like there was a lot, but since then, now we have, you know, over 100 kids at a clinic. You know, and so it was just, I haven't watched that video in a long time, and to see, yeah, there's a standard amount of kids. That's a whole lot more than what you saw in the video. And that's and now we're actually sponsored by, actually we run it with Kick for Nick, which because the story behind that actually is it got so big that I couldn't keep up with the amount of kids, and I didn't have enough volunteer coaches that would come consistently. So one day I go there to coach, and there was 120 kids.
Wow.
And me and my friend who had never coached before.
Two
of us. And I was like, all right, you take these 10 kids and I'll take the 110.
Wow.
And then I got like parents complaining to me while I'm trying to manage these kids. I got 2 kids fighting now because like I'm just not even over there. It's at Roosevelt, you know. It was,
Roosevelt School.
And So I had to really sit back and say, what do I do? I can't even stop this thing because people were just coming. I didn't even have like an email thing. I just would post on my social media and they'd come. So I was, coincidentally, I was at a barbecue, and the people that run Kick for Nick, which is this foundation in Wilton, Connecticut, where a young man from Wilton went to war in Afghanistan and was killed there fighting in the war. And right before he died, he was asking people in Wilton to send soccer balls to Afghanistan so that he could give them balls, the kids balls there. And so his family made a foundation where they send balls, and they've sent balls to like every continent, tens of thousands of soccer balls, and but they never done anything domestically. And coincidentally, at that time, they had gotten a grant to do something domestically with kids in need, to do soccer. So they had a grant, but they had international ties, and I had boots on the ground in Bridgeport, and I couldn't control it. And so we came together, a bunch of meetings, and they and we actually made it the Kick for Nick clinic.
Wow.
And they pay for quality coaches a good wage per hour to come there, and that gave me 4 coaches that I could rely on. You know, and you set up the 4 sections in the field, and even if you have 100 kids, 25 in each group, and it's good. So that video everyone saw was the beginning stages. It then ballooned out of control and then came back under control with the help of Kick for Nick, and now we're in a good rhythm.
That's awesome. So you train the kids how to play the fundamentals of the sport.
Yep.
Football, soccer. Now, do you guys also have a league where the kids play in?
Yeah, so we're getting there. So basically, we actually just officially created our first U11 girls team, and it is 100% free for the girls. I've even gotten them soccer cleats that fit them.
Wow.
We're gonna get them soccer socks, shorts, shirts, soccer balls. Already got them soccer balls. Basically, these little girls from Bridgeport are going to be on a team, and they're gonna pay $0, and they're gonna get good coaching, and they're gonna get playing games and stuff like that. So we've been working towards this. But up till now, it's always been just teaching skills there, and then getting involved in their lives. I mean, we have one student that is from Bridgeport. He went to Bassick High School, and he, last year was homeless, and brought it to my attention, and the people from Kick for Nick and I worked very hard to find him a home in Shelton, and he ends up moving there within a week. He now has 2 jobs.
Wow.
He's going to go to Mitchell College to play soccer. He was going to drop out of Bassick High School right before his senior year, a year and a half ago, I don't even know at this point with COVID, so that he could work to pay rent to stay at a friend's house, because he didn't want to move to the Greens, which was his only spot that he could go to. He was like, if I go to the Greens, my life's going to go in a direction. And so he was like, I'm going to drop out of high school. And I was like, no, you're not going to drop out of high school. We just got to get this figured out. And, with Tom Thresher, we were able to find a great home. And, now he's got his own car. He's actually coaching the U11 girls team with me, volunteer to give back. His name's Cleaford. He's a phenomenal individual.
That's awesome.
And he shows up about 3 weeks ago in his car with a girlfriend. And I'm sitting there watching him go out in the field with these little girls, watching his girlfriend get out and watch him in his car. And I'm just like, wow, he's got a car, girlfriend, 2 jobs, going to college, from the situation he was in.
That's awesome, man.
That was...
my next question for you, and I believe it leads into what you're discussing right now. Soccer and chess. What life lessons do the instructions that you give these individuals teach them for life? What kind of life lessons can they take out of it?
It's endless. I think the first one that comes to mind is thinking ahead. It's making decisions that will impact your future. So you're in a chess game. If you make a move that is just 1 move ahead in your mind, you're going to get beat because your opponent has 2 or 3 moves ahead of you. So thinking ahead, like in life, Cleaford thought, if I move there, it's going to be a bad situation. I applaud him for analyzing his life and trying to make a more strategic decision. And so, with chess and then with soccer, it's the same thing. If you wait to get the ball to then make your decision with what you want to do with it, you're too late. It's some of the best players in the world can play one touch. How are you going to play one touch if you don't know what you're going to do in advance? The ball's coming to you. You have to know where you want to go with it if you're going to play one touch. So it's a flick. So training these kids to think ahead, critical. And I mean, I could go on for a while on the life lessons we teach, but that one stands out the most.
What motivates you to continue growing your organization, your mission, your purpose, especially right here in the city of Bridgeport? Because I know you're everywhere, but specifically right here in Bridgeport.
Well, I think that I share something that you have, which is just this innate drive to be creative and to be successful. But I also am driven by the change that I can see in the community. I think that, I was reading an article the other day in the Hartford Courant, well, actually it was probably a year ago, and they said that the separation of wealth between Bridgeport and some of the surrounding towns is actually the largest separation of wealth in the United States. And so, look, the people in these surrounding towns that we do, that pay us to teach them, are not bad people. Some of the best people I've ever met. They're incredible people, but it still remains a fact that there are people in Bridgeport that have next to nothing. And there are people 15 minutes up the road that have endless assets. And, so I think that every time I educate a young person in Bridgeport or just guide them in the right direction to have long-term success, I feel like I'm helping Bridgeport lift out of this economic situation that has become of the city.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And like I said to you in the beginning, I'm one of your biggest fans, starting today. And I love all the work that you're doing in our city. You're making a difference. Lives are being changed because of what it is that you're offering. Chess, soccer, history. It's life changing. And I truly, myself, say thank you. And I appreciate your efforts that you're taking. When I was coming up in the city, growing up in Father Panic Village, P.T. Barnum projects.
P.T. Barnum, yeah.
Yeah, during the tough times. I mean, I wish that I had a Dan Starbuck Pelletier who came across my path to be able to teach me the instructions that you're teaching. So, anything that I can do to help you to enhance what it is that you're trying to accomplish here in the city, count me in.
Well, I mean, just being on here, I'm always jumping on podcasts and shows just to continue to spread the word, because even if there's one viewer out there that knows now what's going on and tells their young, if, for instance, if you got an 8, 9, 10-year-old girl in Bridgeport, we'll get her fully equipped. We'll get her soccer cleats, soccer outfit. We'll train her, this spring. And now they know, and so, you're making an impact right now as we speak.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate that. And just to let the people know, all they got to do is go onto your website, www.teamdigusa.com.
Yeah.
All the information is on there.
Yeah, you just go to, and if you have any further questions, just go to contact us and just write us an email, and it'll get through our admin and get back to me, and then I'll respond in as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. So what I want to do right now, Dan, is I just want to acknowledge some of the people that's watching. But there's a lot of people watching on Facebook, and there's people leaving comments and remarks, and I definitely want to acknowledge them. Wanda Flores, who I know is way out in Florida, she's saying, "That's awesome, Dan. You've been blessed with a gift and an inspiration to our youth. Dig is changing lives." That's what Wanda Flores is saying, way out in Florida. Janice Tavares is saying, "Wow, that is life changing. Very incredible." My mom, who's watching way out in Arizona, my mom, she is saying your mom. Well, she's saying your mom is watching, but also she is saying that she wants a jersey. So I got to hide mine now. And let's see who else. Anna Cecilia, from right here in Bridgeport. She's saying that's amazing. It's extremely important to keep children busy and off the streets. Kudos to you.
That's a big thing. That's another one is giving kids something to do. I think that when you're 15, 16 and you don't have anything to do, you go find something to do. But if you're trying to make it in college soccer, or you're trying to become a great chess player, now you've got to sacrifice and go practice. instead of go get involved in the streets.
Mm.
You know, so I think that that's a great point. That's another thing, is just keeping them busy.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely. You're providing an avenue. You're providing a substance for them to utilize.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a great thing. I mean, I know when I was coming up, we really didn't have options and opportunities like that. We didn't.
Yeah.
You know, and 2021, it's a brand new year. And if you're in the city of Bridgeport and if you have kids, what age brackets do you like to work with, Dan?
Oh, anything. I mean, we have kindergartners. We even have preschool through. We even do private lessons, chess lessons specifically with adults. You know, we have like 4 or 5 adult private lesson clients here in Bridgeport, actually.
Wow.
So they read about the. We were in the Connecticut Post a few weeks ago, and
Okay.
and that got us some new people. But any age, especially chess. What's one of my favorite things about chess is you sit down at a chess table. And one time I played a blind guy
Wow.
at a tournament up in Hartford, like a competitive tournament, and
And he was good.
so basically he had a chess set with braille on it, and you would tell him the coordinates of the move. He would feel it, move it, and then feel everything to picture the game, and then tell his move, and then you would move it for him. And I've played old women, I've played 6-year-old kids, and I've lost all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's chess is the game for everyone. Where soccer, at some point my legs, I'm fit. I'm 32 and I still can play, not at a high level, but I can still play.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to come a time when I'm going to be wobbling around, and chess is going to be just as good at that point.
Absolutely.
So, if anybody out there wants to learn chess or even soccer or history, we have good history classes, just contact our website.
Absolutely. And again, that's teamdigusa.com. Go on there, utilize that contact link, and send your information to the administrator that's running the website.
Mm-hmm.
They will relay that information to Dan and to the rest of his team, and they will reach out to you and get your kid involved in what's going on here in the city of Bridgeport. So great opportunity, great service that's available here in the city. Take full advantage of it. And I'm sure that as COVID starts fading away, as the weather starts breaking, and our things start just opening up all over again, I'm sure that you guys are going to be taking over Roosevelt School.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, actually, we moved the clinic to Kennedy
Okay.
Central High School
Central, even better, even bigger.
because our Bridgeport United games are at Central High School.
Gotcha.
And so what we do is we host our games on Saturday nights at 7:30. So we host the soccer clinic for the kids. Our games are free to come to, by the way, free admission.
Wow.
And these are good players. I'm paying these players. It's like they're good players.
So did this pretty much minor league?
Minor league.
Minor league soccer.
Yeah, but these are good players. This isn't like an adult league soccer team. These are players that we have worked very hard to bring in.
Paid players, so they're showing up to play hard.
And so you come watch the game at 7:30, but you can get there early at 6, and we have our free soccer clinic. And so the kids, they come in, they play. We usually give them a couple jerseys, maybe some soccer cleats that we raised. Then they stay to ball boy the game and hang out and watch the game. So you get the full package. You get to, and we even get the food truck there sometimes.
Wow.
So it's like you come in, you learn soccer for free. You stay to watch a semi-pro soccer game for free. You might get yourself some cleats or a jersey for free.
Awesome.
So, I mean, it's just a win-win. So this spring, it'll be on Saturday nights when we have our home games. You just go to our website, bportutd.com, to see the home games, and that's going to be when our free clinics are.
And again, that's where this amazing jersey comes from. This is the Bridgeport United football, soccer jersey right here. And I'm honored because I was given number 10.
Yeah, number 10 is an attacking player, creative player. It's like a Messi or a Maradona.
Nice.
That's what they were.
How about Ronaldo?
Ronaldo's a number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah.
You like Ronaldo? Just
I
wondering.
love Ronaldo.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ronaldo is the hardest working player on earth. He deserves every inch of what he's got. And anybody who hates him, it's just jealousy. I mean, he's also done a ton in the community.
Yeah.
That's why Ronaldo's my favorite soccer player and LeBron James is my favorite basketball player, Not only are they phenomenal players and have won at every level and every type of competition, but LeBron James built a school in his hometown. Ronaldo has done tons of things in his community in Portugal. So they've taken this platform that they have and they've done more than just play sport with it, which I applaud.
Absolutely. And I've been honored to be able to see Ronaldo play twice. I've seen him play twice live, and I've seen him hit a goal at
Where?
both. Oh my God! I've seen him up in what's that football stadium? As soon as you cross over from New York, I don't.
Yankee Stadium or
Was it
No.
Patriots? The Giant? What's?
Patriots, Giant Stadium?
Yeah, so it was over
Giant
there.
Stadium.
Yeah, Giant Stadium.
MetLife.
Yep, MetLife. There you go. I got to see him
Wow.
over there play, and it was awesome. I didn't grow up being a soccer fan. I don't know much about the sport. I always looked at the sport as that's exhausting. All that running, that is just too much work for me to do right there, man.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, I try to, kick the ball around and get involved in a game here and there. I don't have it in me.
It's definitely a sport. Like, I feel like in baseball, you can be skilled at hitting the ball and not really work that hard on your body. You're just talented with that. With soccer, I love baseball. I watch baseball, but I'm
Nice.
just saying, soccer is like, if you're not fit, you can't play. So you got to put in that fitness. There's no overweight people at a high level on a soccer field.
You're right. You're right.
So I love that there's so much work that needs to be put in
Yeah.
to soccer. I think baseball is more of a specific. Like, you got to put a lot of work into like being specific with how you hit the ball. So there's probably a lot of work with like the specifics of hitting. But with soccer, there's a lot of work that just
There's
goes
a lot.
into this
There's a
grind.
lot of energy and stamina involved in soccer, man. And I admire anyone who plays soccer. For you to, play all those, what is it, quarters or whatever it is that you guys play.
halves, but
halves.
2 halves, 45-minute halves.
For example, like Ronaldo, he's playing the whole game.
Yeah, it's 90 minutes with plus stoppage time, and there's no timeouts.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So someone is asking on the live feed, anything for seniors?
Yeah, we actually have at the Darien Library, at a library in Long Island, and at many libraries. We're in a bunch of library teaching through Zoom right now. We have seniors classes, so and those are really fun. So I love teaching seniors, and we have great coaches. We have a full staff of great coaches, Jithu and Matt and Sean. These people, they teach almost every day for us, and so you can go to our website and check out our coaches, our staff, and
Yep.
see more about it. But yes, if you like chess and you like to learn and you're a senior, contact us. We'll make it happen.
So if anyone's that's starting to tune in right now, they're probably like, okay, they were just talking about soccer. Now they're probably all confused right now. But I just want to remind you guys that Dan Starbuck Pelletier, he owns and operates. He's the founder of what's called Dig, Dig TeamDigUSA.com, and they offer soccer lessons, chess lessons, and also history lessons. Training in all those areas. That's his expertise. That's what they offer. And plus, I've seen on your website, there's other things. I don't know if it's something that's in the works, like baseball lessons.
Well, because we work with not just private lessons and group lessons that we do on our own. We also do, we work with schools, libraries, like I said. But with schools, for example, sometimes a school will have us do all of their after-school activities. So we'll do soccer and chess, and history, but we'll also do their basketball program and their baseball program, and I'll bring in a coach that's specialized in that. So it's not as big, our basketball and our baseball is, but something we offer.
Yeah. So you know what, Dan? We're gonna take a quick commercial break, but I just want to say to you, you rock, man.
Hey, you rock. Look at this place. This is just, I wish the people that are watching would actually take you up on coming down here.
Coming down.
If you're listening, just take a little bit of time. First of all, there's a strip in Bridgeport that is great outside. There's these bars and there's a theater and there's people in there eating right now. And I'm like, wow, this is nice.
Yeah.
I've come to Bridgeport a lot to teach and stuff, but I never come on the street. This is nice.
Thank you. And you know what? I'm honored to be able to have our studio right here in this area of Bridgeport. This is a nice area, man. You got the Bijou Theater.
Yeah.
You got Murphy's Law. You got
there's a restaurant right there on the down on the same side of here, down the street a little bit on the right. Saw some people eating in there. Really nice. Like, so come here, have some dinner, and then come on up here, have a tour.
Yeah.
This is the real deal in here, and this is gonna be, this is gonna be a watch show, by a lot of people in the future, because you can feel the passion here. Every detail is followed here. I like it.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I truly appreciate that very, very much, Dan. And with that said, we're gonna take a quick break. All right. So for you guys that are watching, don't go anywhere. I truly appreciate your support. Thank you for tuning in tonight. As you guys know, without you tuning in each and every Tuesday nights, we will not be able to do this show. I'm excited because I have Dan Starbuck Pelletier here from DIG and also from Bridgeport United Football Club. He's here on the hot seat with me. We've been having a great time. Dan is awesome, man. And I can see in the timeline all of you guys are leaving comments and making hitting those hearts and those thumbs up and all that for Dan. And I appreciate that, because that's what it's all about. All of us supporting each other and showing each other that, we care for each other and we're here to make a difference in our community. We're going to take a quick commercial break, you guys. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back momentarily. All right.
Hi, welcome to Aces Bail Bonds.
Do you need information regarding bail bonds and the bail bond process? Contact us at Aces Bail Bonds, where we are happy to give you a free bail consultation. You are in capable hands with our reputable agency. For fast, reliable bail bond service, get out of jail fast with Aces Bail Bonds. You can save time and money by calling ahead. We'll have the forms ready for you, with everything handled privately, discreetly, and confidentially at our office. For fast, reliable bail bond service, call Aces Bail Bonds now.
Welcome to Ramirez Restaurant.
All right, you guys, and welcome back to Live with Jason Rodriguez. Again, I'm here in the studio, right here in downtown Bridgeport, Super Elite Entertainment Studio with Mr. Dan Pelletier. Starbuck. So Starbuck, you own Starbucks? Not
No.
yet, or is it on the way, right?
No, I'm sure people were wondering, and they're always asking that. My mother, her last name is Starbuck, and when she married my father, she made myself, my brother, my sister, our middle names are all Starbuck.
Oh, okay.
And my mother and my father are both very important to me, and I decided a while back that I wanted to represent both of them with my name, even though they're married, and still, it's just, I feel like by promoting the name Starbuck, I'm promoting my mother.
Gotcha. So this is what I want to do, Dan, because we're starting to wind down in the show. As you know, the show's for 1 hour. That 1 hour is already gone by. It's 8:52 already. So I mean, we started at 8 o'clock. You've been here crushing it, and I believe that the viewing audience appreciates your insight and everything that you have shared with them tonight. So what I want to do right now is I want to provide you with an opportunity, to speak directly to the camera, speak directly to the viewing audience. Anything that you want to say to them, any words of advice, encouragement, if you want to give out some motivation, anything that you want to speak to the viewing audience right now is your time, Dan, as you look directly into that camera that's lit up.
So, as you heard, we have Bridgeport United Football Club, and I want that to be a club that Bridgeport people feel extremely passionate about. Come to the games, wear the jersey, identify with. And then young people will have something that fires them up, that maybe they could play for someday. Maybe they could have a career with someday. And there are so many clubs in England and these other countries where the community, like, the most important thing is their soccer team. And so, your help in, even if you're not a soccer fan, this is much bigger than that. I mean, we have a U11 girls Bridgeport United team. It's free for the girls. This is bigger than just soccer. It's the community, and this soccer team can bring us together. Because like I said, I know I'm not from Bridgeport, but I've found a second home here. So, you know, if you can follow Bridgeport United on Instagram, Bridgeport United FC, or follow it on Facebook and go to our website and just come to our games, talk about it. It's just going to help what I'm trying to do here in the city of Bridgeport. And then the chess, you know, that's another thing. Just keep an eye out for, you know, we're pretty much all set with that. We have the kids, just, you know, support these kids when, you know, after we make them, you know, baller chess players, support them, you know, be their fans, because I can guarantee you we're going to take some of these kids to the next level with chess. So those are the two asks I have, the people in the community in Bridgeport, and your support will go a long way.
Excellent, Dan. Truly, truly tremendous words that you just shared with the viewing audience. And I love the fact that people are leaving comments, and one person way out in Florida is saying, Bridgeport is my hometown. I'm getting a jersey and I will wear it when I go to Orlando City games to advocate D-I-G, when asked about my jersey. That's pretty cool, man.
I love that. Thank you. And that's like every single follower is important. You know, it's like every single person that supports it is important. So, you know, you doing that sends ripples through and has effects. So thank you for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, we're not done yet. And now we're going to jump into what I call the shotgun questions, Dan.
Let's go.
These are simple questions I ask each and every guest that come on the show. You know, they're questions that I like to ask because it shows your more intimate side. You know, it shows people like what you like to watch, what you like to eat, what you like to drink, that kind of questions, all right? So the first question for you is, what's your favorite song?
Favorite song? I Lovin' You, Avett Brothers.
What's it called again?
I Lovin' You, Avett Brothers.
Okay, I got to look it up.
My favorite band is Avett Brothers. It's a band from the South, like bluegrass-ish music, and their lyrics are incredible.
Nice. I'm going to look them up. I guarantee you that. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Probably Patch Adams. I love the movie's funny, but also represents some of the things I'm trying to do. And, you know, Robin Williams, come on, he's one of the greatest of all time. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Favorite food?
Favorite food? Probably a good bagel, like a freshly cooked bagel with toasted cream cheese.
Toasted cream cheese. Okay. Where would you get a bagel at? I'm just wondering. There's not too many bagel places like they used to be.
You know what's interesting is when I go to Florida to see my parents, I get better bagels than I get up here, you know. But, you know, Brugger's has pretty good ones up in Shelton, even though that's a franchise place. But, you know, there's a lot of, like the delis, they don't, around here, they don't really sell like fresh bagels.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's not bagel shops like in Florida and in Tampa. Like, you know, if you go to New York City, probably I could find some good bagel shops.
Yeah. You know, it's funny though, because I used to always go to Dunkin' Donuts and get a wheat bagel with cream cheese. Dunkin' Donuts don't even sell wheat bagels anymore. Kind of weird.
Donuts
but
bagels, come on, there's a...
All right, so besides soccer, what's your favorite sport?
Besides soccer, what's my favorite sport? Can I say chess?
Absolutely.
All right, but I also enjoy basketball.
Okay.
I like the Knicks. I like Louisville, University of Louisville, my college team. I would have played. My dad was a big-time basketball player. I mean, he didn't play at that next level because he had to go work and stuff like that. But he could dunk.
Nice.
You know, and when growing up, we used to play together, and I you know, you could tell he was a good player.
Oh, really?
You know, so and we watch games together, my dad and I. So when I go visit, we, you know, every night it's like finish with some NBA game or something. We even go like into the community and just watch like a game, just like a high school game or something. You know.
Oh, really?
So probably basketball.
Cool. You know, you mentioned, you know, you go out in the community and watch the games. I was going to ask you, here in Bridgeport, during the warm weather, have you ever seen all the people that are playing soccer throughout the city? For example, outside on the field of where you play.
Yeah.
By Kennedy, I mean, I'm just wondering, do you ever like just...
There's so much opportunity in Bridgeport with the Brazilians, with the Haitians,
the Mexicans,
the Mexicans, Jamaicans, they're all out there. Yeah. It's just, how do we get all of them supporting Bridgeport United at our games for free? Watching, a lot of the times we've picked the best player from their group. You know, we have like so many different ethnicities on our team. It's incredible. So, how do we outreach and get those people to come to our games? And we're working on it, but it's a process.
Yeah. Well, hey man, any help you need from me on my end, count me in.
Thank you.
All right. So, favorite thing you like to read?
Favorite thing I like to read, I read a lot of history books. I got a whole library of them, about Civil War, World War II, biographies. Big fan of some key characters in history. So probably a lot of historical books.
Nice. Okay. Favorite car?
Favorite car? Probably a Toyota Tacoma. I've had my Toyota Tacoma since I was 17 years old.
Okay.
I drive another car, but I have my truck, and it's lasted for. I'm 32 now, so that's a lot of years it's lasted me. I don't drive it all the time, but still, it's just durable and does the job and also looks good.
Yep. I have a decently new car, but I also have a pickup truck, and I prefer to drive around in my 1999 Ford Ranger.
This is 1998 Tacoma.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have a 1999. I called it my hoopty, but that baby goes, man. It goes.
This is the same, man. I love my truck. It's like the last thing I have from high school. I don't have any other material things from high school except my truck.
Nice.
So it's important to me.
All right. Favorite thing. So did I ask you your favorite thing? Okay, yeah, I asked you that one already. What you like to read? Favorite thing you like to do?
Favorite thing I like to do. It's what I do for work. That's the thing. Is like I've sacrificed a lot of my personal life. I don't have kids yet. I will, but I've sacrificed a lot of what I would normally be doing with partying with people and stuff like that because I'm so passionate about DIG and Bridgeport United, and so exactly what I do for work. Everything you guys have heard about all night is also my favorite thing to do, which sounds weird, right? Because it's work, but
hey, that's your passion, and you can't put a price on it. So
yeah.
And I actually myself appreciate your passion and what you're doing here for our city, because I love Bridgeport. What's your favorite word? Favorite word you like to use?
I use the word persevere a lot. I use the word relentless a lot. Integrity. Integrity is a good one. Determination. A lot of like motivational words.
Beautiful. Nice. What sound or noise you like to hear the most?
Maybe like someone singing, like maybe just like a nice voice, a nice singing voice.
Okay. Favorite place you like to visit?
Like to visit. I have all these places on my list of places to go around the world, and then when I have vacation time, I just go see my family in Florida or Kentucky. So it's probably go see my sister and her niece and nephew, Avery and Henry James, or my parents down in Florida. So it's more about the people for me.
Absolutely. Okay. Got two more. Other than your current profession, if Dan Starbuck Pelletier was able to do it all over again, what would you do?
Like I said earlier, there's, I seem like I got it all figured out, but, I carry guilt with me. I carry doubt. So, there's so many things in my life that, I would probably say that some of the relationships I've had, some of the people, not just like girlfriends, but just like people that maybe could have handled things differently with. I would have liked to not have any, go back and figure out a way to make those work, so for some reason those haunt me. So definitely that. It's a whole combination of those things and throughout life that I wish I could have handled differently. But like that's what inspires me today to do what I do. It's it kind of outweighs those feelings of feeling like I could have done more, because I know I'm doing a lot for some people in these communities. I'm changing lives. I know that sounds like, but I mean, like the other day we brought 700 books to Roosevelt, and we sat outside in the cold and handed them all out to Bridgeport kids. We brought about 50 coats too, and we gave coats to kids, and each time those experiences, doing those things, it brings it all back home. So I feel good.
That's good, and I truly appreciate that. And you know, usually when someone does something similar to what you're doing in the community, it's a direct, not saying this offensively, but I believe it's a there's a reason behind it. There was something that motivated you to want to do this thing, you know, and whatever that reason is, I think that it has molded you and shaped you and driven you in a direction where you know, where it's just creating change for people in their lives and all that. So whatever it is that you went through in your life to get to where you are right now, it's honorable.
Yeah, it's almost like it makes it justified in your head. Like, you know, it's like, all right, these things that didn't go my way or I didn't do as well as I'd like to have, well, now it's motivated me to do this good. Like you said, and so now you can sit back and say, all right, well, that was meant to be like that then. So, yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm a believer when it comes to God and faith, and I believe that God is in control of all things, and all things work together for the good to those who trust in His guidance. And I believe that definitely He's a part of your life and leading you in the direction that you're supposed to be going in, which is what you're doing right now. My last question for you, Dan. If heaven really exists, when Dan Starbuck Pelletier arrives there, what do you want to hear God the Father, God the Great One, say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You know, I would love for him to name people that I've helped. I'd love for him to like just call out stories of impacted lives. I'm big on legacy. I'm big on trying to live a life that is remembered in a positive way. So, you know, if when I meet the Almighty, if we can sit down and talk about kids like Clifford and others that I've helped, you know, it'll be all worth it. So I'm hoping I get to have that conversation someday.
That's awesome, and I guarantee you will. You will, because you're doing an outstanding job here in the city of Bridgeport. Forget about just, you know, the whole entire state of Connecticut. But the reason why I primarily focus on Bridgeport is because it is where I'm from. And I grew up in the school of hard knocks. I grew up around the drug environment, drug infested, you know, areas, walking to school and seeing crack vials and syringes on the ground and hearing guns being shot off. I've seen people laying on the ground dead after getting shot. That's where I come from the 90s, you know, when it was really tough out here. And, you know, what you're doing and what you're providing for our community is priceless. It's priceless. It's honorable. And if I'm wearing 10 hats right now, I take them all off to you, because what you're doing is amazing. Is amazing. And I wish that I was able to work in, you know, at the level that you're working in, meaning what you're bringing to the city. You know, and sometimes I know we feel like we want to give up. We just want to throw in the towel. Oh, I don't see any change. There's a lot of hard work, but you've been at it for years. You've been at it for years, and I don't see you stopping.
No.
Like you said in the beginning, you're an entrepreneur. You like to create. You like to work hard. You like to move forward, and you like to see change. And people's lives are being changed because of your efforts. So I congratulate you on that.
Yeah, no, this isn't going to stop. You know, it's only going to multiply. So you'll be seeing a lot of me.
Absolutely, absolutely, Dan. So with that said, we concluded. We're done with the show.
All right. I'd shake your hand, but COVID, you know.
Yeah, no. As you can see, by the way, just letting the viewing audience know, because everyone knows every show we got the white, nice leather seats, and you know we're a little bit closer, but we decided to to create space, to follow the rules and the guidelines that have been put out there, especially in your situation. You're around a lot of kids. You're around hundreds of kids a week. So, you know, to play it safe, we created space. I know on the camera right now, it may not seem like there's a lot of space between us, but trust me, the camera is fooling you. There's plenty of space between me and Dan right now. And we're not going to shake hands. We're going to give a fist pump from a distance. Truly appreciate you, Dan. Thank you for the honor. Thank you for the opportunity. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did. And, you know, I'm excited to see what you do with this show, and I'll be following. And I encourage everyone to go on his YouTube channel and watch one of the videos that he made of him giving a tour of the city. He goes through the streets. He tells the story of his father. He tells the story of history in Bridgeport. Then he gives you a tour of the studio. And as a history guy, I was fascinated by it. So I'd recommend going to his YouTube channel, watching those videos.
Excellent, man. Thank you. And I didn't even know you were watching that night. So kudos to you for watching, and I truly appreciate your support. Definitely appreciate your support. And again, you're welcome here anytime. If you ever have a big event coming up, you have an announcement, you want to come on here, even if it's 5 minutes, to let the viewing audience know that you have something coming up or going on in the city, that is your home, you're welcome here anytime, Dan.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, brother. God bless. All right? And you take care of yourself. So, with that said, I'm going to come back onto this angle of the camera. I'm just going to acknowledge a couple of you that are watching right now. I see Daniel Aravena watching. I see Bruni De Leon way out there in New Hampshire. That's watching. Benny Gonzalez, who was on the show last week. Benny, he's watching as well. Bachata pop artist Benny Gonzalez. You guys make sure you go out there and purchase that Madre and that Princesa Latina, 2 hit singles that Benny has put out there from his album. He has an amazing album that's coming out soon. But Benny's music is all over, man. It's just crushing the charts out there. Big shout out to my mom who's watching way out there in Arizona. Dawn McCarthy is watching as well. She says the Chess Club. I'm not sure if you know who Dawn McCarthy is, but she's watching. Domingo Gonzalez is watching. Wanda Flores, Christina Diaz, Anna Pro is watching. Conrad is watching way out there in Florida. Diana De Villa is watching. Daisy De Leon. I will pronounce this name, but your name is really hard to pronounce. I'm going to spell it Jithu. Jithu?
Jithu, yeah, he's one of my coaches.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I pronounced it properly?
Jithu, yeah.
All right. See, the school system in the city of Bridgeport does really work. All right, because I'm a product of the school system in Bridgeport. But actually, Jithu was saying, let me bring you back on. Jithu was saying, I work for Dan, and Dan is literally my role model. Dan is literally my role model. Thank you, Jithu, for watching tonight. Also, Natasha Parker is saying, thank you, Dan, for this wonderful asset that you are providing to our community. You are awesome. So thank you, Dan. Truly appreciate that. And I'm sure that Dan appreciates all the comments that you guys are leaving tonight. Again, you guys, we'll be back next Tuesday night. Same time, same place, same channel, right here on the Super Elite Entertainment Network. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, on our website, and we're also on pretty much every podcast platform that is out there. I want to thank Dan, Starbuck Pelletier, for coming down to the studio tonight. I had a blast. Dan is awesome. He rocks, all right? And the reason why I say that is because he is all about his business. He is changing lives. He is involved in the community. And truth be told, he don't have to do any of the efforts that he's doing right here in the city of Bridgeport. He don't have to be down here wasting his time. But there's something that was birthed inside of him. And because of that, that ambition, because of that motivation, that thing that he has inside of him, he can't hold it in. And that's why he's here in the streets of Bridgeport, in our school systems in Bridgeport, making a difference. So go on to his website, www.teamdigusa.com. Go on there if you want to volunteer, if you want to make a donation, if you want to get involved in all the different trainings, if you have kids that want to get trained. Go onto their website, reach out to Dan through the contact, all right? Through the contact link that's on there. The administrator will relay that information to Dan. Dan, in turn, will contact you so that arrangements can be made, whether you want to give a donation, whether you want to get involved, whether you want to volunteer, or get your children involved, or yourself involved, because it's not only about the kids. They also have an adult league and lessons for adults as well. But you guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We'll be back here next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Please continue showing your support. I truly, tremendously appreciate your support. And then without you guys tuning in, I would not be able to do this each and every week. Again, good night. God bless. And we will do it again next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Take care.